Dumbass made for some excellent content. That's for
Didn't
sure.
it? Didn't it?
Excellent content.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think they're going to give it back unless they're not legally going to have to, because like I have put it to other people before, I'm like, these are privately owned platforms, right? Mm-hmm. And they should be allowed to have whoever they want and don't want on it. And it's Mark, and if Mark Zuckerberg, it's his house. And if he don't want you to shit in it, you ain't shitting in his house.
Mm-hmm.
And
I will say the only dangerous thing about Trump, getting his account back would be his loyal followers.
Right.
That would be the only thing.
I agree. I agree. Right. And I think now that the election is over and we don't have to worry now that everything is done, you're right. That is my thing. I mean, they could probably let him back, but they do need to. Yeah, that is the problem, is the incitement. But I just, without his comments right now, he would be going ballistic. Mm-hmm. He's got to be. I think he's probably going to try to open up his own little platform.
Like his own type of like Facebook or Twitter,
right, where he can go on.
Or Parlay or whatever it is.
Well, yeah, I can't even look at Parler anymore, Sarah. So I stopped reading Parler because it was just a lot. And I started, like I said, I followed that account that does the work for you, and it only posts the most ridiculous things. And yeah, they don't even have anything really great right now to post. Okay, but let's go. So who watched Kristen Cavallari and Jay Cutler? Does anybody watch that reality show?
I don't. The only thing that I found interesting was Jay Cutler. Like, they're just famous people, right? And all that
right.
shit
Was he a football star, right?
He is a quarterback, yes.
He was?
He is.
He still is?
I thought, or was. I don't know.
Okay, go ahead.
Yay, sports ball. Anyway, all I remember is that they had like a really nasty kind of split during quarantine, which was huge. And they were actually fighting and stuff. And now all of a sudden they're back together.
Yeah, but the picture was the two of them together. But I don't know if it means they are like back together. I mean, a lot of people are really invested in this because they had that reality show, right? Kristen I don't know, something I don't know.
Very Cavallari or whatever.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I never watched The Hills. I didn't, I was too old to really get into all of that. And yeah, so a lot more people are invested in this, but clearly none of us are. So we need to move on from that story because I don't know, who knows. All right. Somebody in Michigan won $1 billion on the fucking Mega Millions.
$1 billion?
One winner, you guys.
I don't want to brag or anything, but I won $2.
I won $4.
Lucky bitch.
And we probably got 5 numbers and we got $4. All right. I've got so many thoughts about the Mega Millions right now, about any of this.
Could you imagine?
When the lottery gets that big, they need to have 1,000 winners splitting that money. Yeah. $1 billion. I mean.
No, I want $1 billion, Cindy. I want $1 billion.
You do?
I do.
You want to stick with that? You don't even care. Like, don't give me shit unless I got every number in the Powerball, right? The Mega Ball.
No, actually, like, I would think that it wouldn't turn me into a trash person if I won. I would want to share the wealth. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, I have a running list of things I would do if I won that much money, and I have like a couple, places I would give my money to that I always, and it's like weird things, but that is the beginning, the top of my list is who I'm going to donate to. And one of my big things is if I was to win that amount, like I want to stand in line where I get my prescriptions. It's the big pharmacy. And I want to just pay for every single elderly person's prescription. Like I want everybody's prescription paid for like a year.
Nice.
That goes in there who has to pay. doesn't have those copays, okay? Because when I go in line and I'm standing there to get my prescription and I see somebody who's 80 years old reaching into their wallet with their little precious shaky hands, okay? Those little sweet baby Jesus, and they have to put their credit card to pay $400 for a prescription they have to take. Nothing breaks my heart more than watching that.
Horrendous.
Nothing. Awful. And when they tell them how much it is and the look on their face.
Because they live on a limited income.
It's horrific.
On Social Security, and that's all that they have, and it is despicable.
And that's the first thing I would do is I want to go there. I want to make sure every single elderly person who cannot pay for those prescriptions, I want them all paid for. I don't care if it costs me half of my $1 billion. That's
you can start a foundation.
Yeah, Cindy's prescription paying foundation.
Yep.
Yeah, Cindy's pills for all.
Poppin' Cindy's. I don't know.
All right. Well, Sarah, you're going to be in charge of coming up with the name for my
marketing and development.
Yeah, my first philanthropy endeavor. Okay, because that's definitely like there's I don't know, that to me that's horrific. But what would you be the first thing you would give to?
I love like the layaway at like Walmart and stuff. When somebody goes in and clears, like pays all the Walmart layaway bill for like everybody, like all the parents that have put like toys on layaway for Christmas and stuff like that. I love when somebody goes in and just like clears everybody's bill. Okay. I think that's so cool. Like imagine going to get your stuff and just being like your $200, $400, say whatever it's paid. Like I just think that's so cool.
All right, so Jen's going to pay the layaway. I'm going to support the old people's medicines.
I volunteer for an organization that helps children in our community that are in foster care. And so I would want to support that organization. And there are a couple of other small organizations in our community that actually take in stray animals, and they pay out of their own pocket essentially for their care and everything to get them in a state where they can get adopted. So these people sometimes have bills at local vets offices for, $20K, and they have to hold these little fundraisers to try and pay down that debt.
Right. So you're going to take care of the foster animals and the foster children.
Yes.
Okay. Well, now that we've got that clear, none of us have won shit, so we'll just keep
on. How do they expect us to make a difference in the world if they don't let us win?
Thank you.
Holding me back, man. Holding me back.
Yes. My thought exactly, Sarah. I mean, I'm not going to renege on any of that. I'm going to do it if I win, okay? So.
Amen. Me too.
Yeah. Oh, something else pleasant. Let's talk about Amanda Gorman.
Oh, she was lovely.
Okay.
Beautiful. She's a small girl, but her person is so huge and so big and so powerful. Her presence, was amazing.
Number one, she's 22. When she's 50, she's going to look 27. Okay. Right now, she looks like she's 12, and she may not like that, but when she's older, she's going to love the fact that she looks so youthful.
She was radiant and glowed.
I wasn't in front of a TV when she spoke. I had to take a delivery, and I had it on the radio. And when I came back, everybody at work was like, "Oh my God, you just missed like the cutest 12-year-old do a speech." Like that's what they thought. Doesn't she of course we're in a kitchen, we have a little TV, you know what I mean, but they were like a little girl, they said. I'm like, she didn't sound that little, like listening, and they're like, oh no, she couldn't have been 13.
She did look young when she first
and then when I
out.
put it on, I was like, oh yeah, she does. And then I saw him, like, you guys, she's 22 and is in Harvard. They're like, wow, she looks so young, and she was so teeny in the microphone. But what an adorable little sweet little girl.
Oh my God. Her words were so powerful. I was moved to tears. I hadn't cried that much in I don't know how long, but just watching the inauguration, I was just moved.
What did you think of Biden's speech?
I hope everybody allows him the opportunity to try to unite the two parties again. Right. Because we're so divided right now. And unless people open their minds and their hearts to give him a chance,
right,
they're just going to set him up for failure. And to want failure for him is to want failure for the United States. So it's unfortunately sad.
Yeah. So I thought it was obviously one of his best speech to date, obviously, because it was the, I thought it was right up there with Obama's. And another amazing speaker was Reagan. You know, I thought he did a really, really good job. I thought it was a very good speech. I was nervous because of his stutter. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, come on, Joe, just push through, you know? I know, and I have to give him so much credit for having a speech impediment and, you know, coming as far as he has. But I thought it was a great speech. I thought it was very uplifting.
And he speaks so eloquently and from the heart that it's light years different than previous administration.
Oh my gosh, of course. Right. Yeah. I mean, there will never be another Obama speaking ever. I mean, to me, he was one of the most, you know, charismatic speakers, but I thought he did really good. I was impressed with it. Now, I have to say, you guys, I listen to Fox News a lot because so I was listening to Fox during the inauguration, and after it was done, they were all talking, and I was shocked at how many of the Fox News news anchors were saying that Joe Biden's speech was right up there with Obama and Reagan's. They really didn't even bash that. So right there alone, I knew, all right, well, it's for me, it's something. All right, I need to talk about this because Sarah, all right, this girl 10 is declared brain dead after TikTok blackout challenge.
Oh my God.
So yeah, Sarah, I was like, I've never even, I'm so out of it that the last challenge I knew of was eating Tide Pods. And Sarah sent me a list of all the crazy, challenges. And some of them are I never even heard of some of these.
Now, what?
Yeah. Sarah, what was the one that was going around when you said you were young?
The blackout challenge was going around when I was in high school and I graduated in 2005.
Okay.
Just basically all these dumbass burnout kids and, choking each other out.
Is that how they do it?
Yeah, I never did it because I'm
but I'm saying on TikTok
idiot,
for this TikTok challenge, are they choking or are they trying to asphyxiate with something?
Yeah, and it's disturbing because these kids are so young and impressionable that they don't realize that there are severe consequences. You could die, you could get brain damage. The case that this little girl, she tied a belt around her neck, and choked herself. And once you pass out, you can't take that belt off.
Okay,
of your
that's
neck.
how she. Okay, that's what I was wondering. All right, well, that's horrible. So, what's the skull breaker challenge?
Oh my gosh, let me pull up.
It involves 3 people standing next to one another in a line. When the person in the middle jumps in the air, people on either side kick out the legs.
What? Of the middle person.
Oh, kick the legs out of the middle person.
They fall, I guess.
I get it.
And it's led to multiple skull injuries, including fractures.
Oh, and the person in the middle of these videos isn't aware that that they're going to do it. Okay, so it's all right. See, it's hard to explain this one because it's something you probably have to see. So what is...
Let's know nobody do any of these.
No, we're not promoting.
There's one on TikTok called the Out